Okay, so recording has been started. So what we're supposed to do now is let me just quickly go through with the authentication part, because that's the only pending thing. Because once we have authentication, then only we can have the route guard. So far we didn't cover it because our main modules has not been done, but now we have different modules. We have admin module, we have teacher module, at least two modules we have. So I have not yet integrated student module from Sakib side. I need to review it. I mean, I reviewed it partially. Still, I need to complete it. And user module, anyways, is will be like admin only. Few features will not be available. So consider user and admin module are same, but teacher and student will be different. So far we have at least two modules. So we can today apply authentication, and we can apply the route guard today, right? So let's quickly check the login part. uh, Registration already in admin we have done. Teacher registration, adding teacher, adding student, all these things. Now the time is for the login, and when you log in, you should be redirected to your respective route, right? Let's see how we can do all those things. Okay, so let me just check, do we have a login page here? We should have the mock-up for login. Admin login, hold on. Okay, so here I should have a drop down which will say what kind of like role you have. Normally you might have seen it in enterprise level application where you have different kind of logins. So what you do is you basically give drop down option in front of user and say, okay, uh, are you uh, are you a teacher, are you a student, are you a user, are you an admin, like that, right? So we also need to do the same thing. What we do is, let me just open the mockup, open folder. No, that's the point where I've done it. Ajay, get, we have here, no, not here. It should be in training, Angular, then your batches, mean stack, yeah. So guys, I have started just an announcement. I'm going to start on 13th of July. I'm going to start Amazon live Amazon site in Angular 7 plus API plus database. And tomorrow I'm starting the live project for Facebook in Angular, right? How you can make a social networking site in Angular. So if you guys are interested, just let me know if you have time, right? Although this work itself is too much, but still, if you want, if something thrives inside you to learn more, right, please do let me know. We should have be having a mock-up, and I missed it. Okay, not this one. Yeah, this one. No, no, this is eShop. I need to do learn now. Nope. If I will not get, okay. Let's see here in the list. Will I get it? Nope. No. Let's try one more time. Recent projects, and there we see eSchool mockup. No, no, no. Yes, this one. Let's open it. Guys, did you log into Learn Now application and have you put up your question there? Did you log in to the Learn Now application? Have you done that part?
Not yet, Ajay.
You have so many things over there. Just please log in and see. Once you log in, I mean, as I promised you in the start of the course, you have the question section where you can put up the question. You have I can answer section at the left hand side in the menu. where you can answer any of the question. Obviously, you all are expert in your own domain. So if anyone asks questions, you can answer. That will in that will enhance your knowledge. Apart from that, you are having the recorded video links over there. You will have reference videos, you will have reference material, everything is there in your LMS. You should log in and start using it. And one more thing, today and tomorrow would be the last session for concept wise or remaining topic wise, right? But we still continue the project. We'll not continue Saturday Sunday session after tomorrow, but we still continue the pending project work, right, for next complete week, right? I will be assigning tasks today and tomorrow, which we have to complete it by this week, right? If required, next week also will extend, but not over the weekend. We'll do it in the weekday. I mean, the same late, uh, in India time, like 9 p.m. by India time or 10 p.m. by India time, as per your convenience, of course. I mean, let's say if Ravi, Narayan, Padma, I mean, Narayan, Padma, they are from the USA, if I'm not wrong. So we can have session with them by 9:30, or maybe a little early if you want, right? People who are from India, they have the office. For them, I can stretch or take their doubts at the very late. I mean, around 10 p.m., 11 p.m. if they want, like that. But the end story is the bottleneck. I mean, the long story short is we have to complete this project in this week, max by next week, as I said, right? Because I myself has time till 15th of July, not more than that. If you guys will not, I mean, if you think that we have done enough practice, I don't force you. I myself has to complete it, right? If you wanted to share the burden, yes, you're most welcome. I mean, go ahead and complete it. That's the information about the project, about the class. One more information which I wanted to share. Please do share your profile with me, guys. Remember, I guess I have not. I guess in the demo session I've told you. So portfolio, yeah. So I have this section which is associated with Learn Now, portfolio.learnnow.in. So as of now, you can see my picture, and this is just temple. I mean, don't go by this, right? So that is the profile I'm trying to create for you. So this will be your digital print, basically digital resume, you can say. And this is not like LinkedIn or Naukri where someone has to log in to see your stuff or some things like that. No, nothing. You have your portfolio.learner.in slash Sakib slash Narayan slash Ravi slash Rajkumar slash Padma, right, slash Ram slash Sai slash Shomali, like that. I mean, as per your username, correct? I mean, your link will be there, and this link will be for lifelong. This link will be there. It will have all your personal information plus the project related information, like somewhere in the after the before the award section, you will be having a section called projects. So in the project section, it will have complete information about you in the project, right? In the skills, you will have, of course, all those skills: UX, UI, Angular 7, mean stack, I mean, MongoDB, ExpressJS, Node.js, all these things. So complete digital print of yours will be available for lifelong. This is, nobody is going to touch this one, or it will not get overridden. It will be your live link which you can share to anyone. If someone wants to check what is your technical skills, about to know about, wanted to know about you, correct? This link will also I mean, this link is also associated to your project. In award section, you will be having your certificate uploaded over here. One more section, certificate, and certificate will be uploaded over here. So certificate will be something like this, right? So that will also get loaded in the portfolio section. So what is it, guys? Cool, right? Correct.
So,
Like
Ajay,
this, yeah, yeah.
how can we create the profile here? So we need to give information to you, or we have to do
I
ourselves?
have two ways. I have the dynamic part also ready, right? I mean,
Mhm.
almost ready, I would say. Because that is what I thought. First, a few of my colleagues and my team members also said, let's not do this. This is anyways available in the LinkedIn, anyways available in what you say, Naukri.com. But I have a different opinion. What I'm saying is, in Naukri, again, you have so much things over there. you understood what I'm trying to say. If you say
Yeah.
LinkedIn, I mean, plenty of things over there. I mean, if once a person, let's say I talk about myself, if I log into LinkedIn to get some information, first of all I see a huge list of feed, and if I found any video interesting, trust me, my 2 hours is gone. Because if I see any tech video, if I see any creative video, I'll go into that video section, and then my 2 hours will be gone like this. So I don't want to deviate. I want to make something like which is precise to the purpose, right? Which serve the
Yeah.
purpose. Purpose is to maintain the profile, which is restricted to profile only. I mean, there should not be any feed coming. There should not be any tech video coming. So profile or portfolio means strictly portfolio. So that's why I am in the middle of completing the dynamic part. But what I want is, if you give me your information, at least I can make a static page ready for you guys, right?
Okay. Sure.
And if you say no Ajay, we can wait till 1 week or 2 week, I don't mind, no problem. I can still wait. And what will happen is, when you log into your user account, you can add all these information about you in that section, and your portfolio page will be ready, right? So even that is also available. But if you don't want to wait till 1 week, I mean, if you give me information, I can get these profile ready for you guys, right? So this is also one of the section which will attach to your learn now page. And one more announcement, yes, this weekend, I mean, not this weekend, somewhere around Wednesday or Thursday, you will have your blog section also up and ready. Which means, let's say Narayan is expertise in some technology, Rajkumar is expertise in some technology, Ravi is there, Sakib is there, for example, Padma is expertise in DB. So she can write blogs on DB, right? She can write blogs on DB. And in the bottom of the blog, you can say author. In the author, you will be having your portfolio link over there. So if someone wants to see, okay, this is a blog written by an author, I wanted to see this particular author, Padma, and he or she wanted to see Padma's profile, so can click on that link, and it will redirect to this portfolio page, where they can see everything about the Padma, right? Narayan, what is your expertise? Narayan, Rajkumar, Ravi?
So basically, I'm working on like full stack developer with
Okay.
Java backend and EXTJS as a
Okay,
front.
extension JS. Okay, good. What about you, Rajkumar? I know you have already given introduction to me, but I simply forgot. That is why, because I forgot. I don't want that the entire world should do like that. I mean, your digital print should be there. Everyone should know that what Narayan does, what Rajkumar does, what Ravi does, what are your expertise, right? You can also happily share the same link across the globe, isn't it? So, Ravi, what do you do, Ravi? I mean, what is your expertise level, Ravi, Rajkumar?
Uh, I'm a Java backend developer,
Super.
and even on the front end, like I wouldn't say I'm a full stack developer, but 30 to 40% on the front end.
More than enough. More than
Yeah,
enough to decorate your profile. This is more than enough. Okay, what about you,
yeah.
Rajkumar?
No, I'm not in the technical background for the last 5 years.
Okay,
Before that, I was doing BPO work for the
no
SBA.
problem. So in that case, Rajkumar, the project which you are doing, right? This e-school project, right? This is your project then, right?
Okay,
And
okay.
now you can say you are Angular developer. If you don't want to take the burden of full stack development, right? If you think that full stack development is still too early for you, you can proudly say yes, you are an Angular expert. I guess by now, by doing this live project, you are Angular expert. You can say that, right? That is what I promised to you. Uh, when you finish your project, you will be an Angular expert, right? So you can say you're an Angular expert. Simple. So same with Sakib. Sakib, I know Sakib is from the different background. He is not technical, if I'm not wrong. So even Sakib, you can also now say you are an Angular expert, right? Your profile will be done like this. So you have plenty of options in Learn Now, guys. Please log in to Learn Now. Try to interact with your user dashboard. See what you have. I mean, let me know your thoughts also. Correct. You will have everything and anything what you need while you do development. You have everything over there, right? Okay. Even these all recorded sessions link also will be there in in cards, like session 1 video 1 card, session 2 video, session 3 video, session 4 video, like that. So yeah, please do log in and let me know your thought about it. Okay. So now what we supposed to do is we already opened the project, yes, and this page says admin login HTML. Do I have, okay, the one login pages is more than enough for us. Let's see, admin hyphen login.html. Okay, I'm in the page. Super. Now this is what we supposed to do. We're going to pick the section. Done. Copy the mockup, go to your readme. Now you see, let me just close everything, minimize everything. Source, in the source, let me just check, do I have a login section in the app? I should be having, yes, I'm having it. Login page, super. Go ahead. I wanted to have a common login, but in the login section itself, I will be asking people that, are you a teacher? Are you a trainer? Are you a user? Are you an admin? Or you're a student? Correct? Going forward with the next batch, right? Or maybe in the current project, what I'm thinking is, I'm thinking of including the chat also, right? So once I implement the chat, I will let you know that how I implement the chat. So once you opted this course, which you already did, right, you will get a lifetime support from my side. Whenever you are stuck after this project, once you're done, when you go back to your project life, right, I mean, you start working in your with your project, whenever you're stuck anywhere, just go to learn now site, put up the question, right, and someone will be, replying to the answer, just like in our WhatsApp group people used to do, right? If Saqib asks something, Narayan, Ravi, Rajkumar, Padma, they all jump in and try to answer. So the same thing I want you to do it with the question section, in Learn Now. You already have a very beautiful portal. Please enjoy the facility of that portal. Correct? Okay, so I have a login page. Let me just scale this server and to ng serve. What I want is, apart from this, I want a drop down as well, which will say, are you an admin, are you an, or you're a student or a user or what? So instead of this input, I say select, I would say the name, call type, no ID required. In the select, you give option, yeah, option value says admin is 1, so I should be passing 1 2 3 4 like that, because that is the role I'm talking about. So value 1 means it is admin. I've written it somewhere, just let me just check what I've written. So I made a note. 1 minute guys, yeah. So as per the note I have at my desk, admin is 1, user is 2, teacher is 3, student is 4, right? So the same thing I'll copy paste, and okay. So admin, user, then you have teacher, teacher, and then you have student. Correct. And some option should be, say, 0 first of all, and here I should say type, which should be selected and disabled at the same time. Okay, it should have a class. So what is the class they have mentioned? Radiate class. Superb, no problem. Let me add the class for select. And thing is, this data ng model not required, remove it, because we have a separate validation. So only name should be there. I say name for the validation, of course. I say name equals to user name, which is nothing but your email only. Your username is basically your email, right? What else? What else? What else? Hash, say ng model. and I should say ng model equals to what? Equals to login dot username, right? Or email, I should say, because your username is nothing but your email. And the same thing should be there for the password. Let me just quickly put it. My mistake. Password, 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 and then login dot password, right? This should say login dot type, correct? Type, and yes, I guess all's good. I don't think anything else is pending. This remember me, I don't want as of now. Just comment it, or leave it like that. Leave it like that. What else? Okay. Input type submit. I should have a login button, correct? JavaScript void. This is when you click. This is when you click on href. So you are basically disabling the href. You are saying JavaScript.void means no function should get called. No function should get called. So nothing will happen when you click on the anchor tag. Otherwise, anchor tag try to redirect to the page, to the HTML page, right? If you don't put anything and put hash, then anchor tag will append hash in the URL, which is also not correct. So if you don't have the function, the best practice is in the anchor tag href you put javascript.void, which says no function, no functionality should get called, right? So my ng serve is already in the running mode. Let me just see how it is going to look like. Say localhost 4200. Okay, great. So I have a login page. Okay, 1 minute. Refresh. Yeah. So I have this drop down, this username, but where is password? Where is password gone? What happened to password? Okay, let's see now. So I have, okay, username. Now I have just password, but there's no username. Okay, what happened to username then? Type text, name, username. Okay, type email basically. Or okay, fine. Text is fine. Name, username, ng model. Okay, correct. Class validate. That's fine. That's strange, guys. Hold on. Is my changes going there or not? Let me just check. Yeah, it's going. Then where is my, okay, I have my, okay, this is my text box. So drop down is not coming. This is text box. Drop down select is not coming. So let me just check why select is not coming. So I have this div, I have this div. Okay. Tu- 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 tu. I should get the, ah, I know why it's not coming. Padma also faced the same issue. I also faced it previously. So somehow its display is none. I don't know, in the mockup, maybe by mistake the UX team, one of the UX team member might have, added select display property as none. That is why wherever you're using the drop down, you're not getting the select. I faced this problem week ago. Padma faced it 3 days back. Let's see. I mean, this should resolve the issue. Yeah, you can see. You can see, right? Correct. So now the question is why it is not in the center. Let's quickly check this. Okay, this is how it is looking mobile. Good. Give me a second, guys. Okay. So. Of course, wrong classes. Let's go back and check. So form is F12. That's S12 means full all 12 columns. That's okay. The problem is with, okay, the problem is with the column. I need to basically, we need to have a bootstrap class. Let's fix this one quickly. So if you can see login and pop right, what it does is it says, you can see what it is doing. It is taking only 60% of the width. So now it's fine. See, which means if I remove this class, I will lose two things. Anyways, width I need 100%, but I will lose two things. One is float left and one is padding. So why don't I do one thing? Now you see only one property is okay. See this UX UI trick. So now what you see is it says width 60%. So if I go ahead and say width 100%, right, it will work fine. It will work absolutely fine. This is what we've been looking for. So which means one extra property need to be added. So one is you can go to this section where you have this pop right, this guy, and you can put a style here. Say style, correct, and say width equals to 100%. Otherwise, you create a class and do it over there, right? And where is this? Yeah, width 100%. Let's see now. It should work. Yeah, so it's working. Now you understood why it says uh, width 60, because they wanted to control it. But we have a better way of controlling it. So what you can do is this whole form you can put it in bootstrap. So you can say div with bootstrap classes. I'm going to say bootstrap grid system. You can say div, say class container, right? Container means table basically, and then class row. And inside row, what you can do is you can leave first column div call lg b1, call lg1, and one you leave it in the last, and then you make 10, and then you say call 12 means if it is neither mobile nor any other device, which means it will be a mobile device, right? Then col 12 means all 12 columns should be there. Okay, so you will add your form, cut your form from here and put it in this. Save it. Let's see now. Okay, it is terribly broken. And why it is so? Okay, I got it. Column 1, column 2, and column 3. Of course, the existing container spelling is correct. Okay. Okay. Yeah, now it's fine. That is fine, you can see. So if I, let's say, try to remove this and try to remove this, and then okay, so what I will do is say container fluid. Fluid means it will take the 100% width. Fluid. Let's see now. Yeah, so now it's fine, you can see. Now this is perfect. When I take container, container has a fixed weight, but container fluids take the 100%. So if you now see my my container fluid, see, it takes the 60 exact 100%, and inside that you have this and this. So if I see it with the page like this, so which is fine, and this looks fine, right? All good. Admin, user, teacher, everything I have this and this, right? On the button click, this button should be at its place in the leftmost corner. Let me just fix it quickly. So for button, what you'll do is open this form, go to last, S12, S4. uh, let's do it this way. Okay, now the question is why this guy is behaving like this. What is the class we called over here? Just like others, just like this, right? I have one div here, and if you see the classes, I have 12. Okay, let's try this. Okay, what I do is, anyways, I mean, I need to take the button basically. So button button. Super. Button, say type, or leave type, say login, and the class should be this. Just comment these things, and let's see then. Oops. Okay, so they apply the wrapper style on top of it, on top of button, I meant to say. Let's check. Nope. So as per the CSS, it has to be input type. Okay, sometimes they play with the type also. So let me just put submit and see then. No. So will go back and uncomment this and try to solve this one only. That's how, as per the mockup, they have done it. Let's check. Okay. With login button class, everything is fine, at least with color wise. And last try team. If nothing works, then I'll see what else I need to do. What if I apply all the classes at the button level itself?
Ajay, is the issue with you're trying to do the centering, isn't it?
No. Centering is the later part, but first of all, I wanted to make this button just like the way they have. Centering part, I mean, like I have 100 ways to do that. Uh, okay, now I need to check what this wave button is doing. See, they have type submit, form input type submit, not button. Okay, so if I wanted to decorate this one, what if I say, because Bootstrap has basic button class, so at least btn class should give the default, size of the button. I should see some improved button here. Yeah, see, right? Now I can remove it. So I have, what I've done is I use the base class. This btn is basically what do you call it? Bootstrap basic button class, right? And this wave effect and all these things, this is our UX team has added on top of it. So with the right class, we can resolve this issue. Okay. Now question is, when I click on this button, what should happen is it should post my data to my backend. So what I do is my code behind file. So what I do is, and say BUTT1 button. So what I'll be doing is, what I will be doing is have a click event over here, click directive over here, click, I should say login handler, right? Login handler. I should be having my login TS file at the backend. Here, first of all, I should have a class which I should declare in the model folder, right? In the model folder, say login request, login hyphen request dot model dot ts, right? That's my file. Here I can say export what? Export. I say class login request, login request, QEST request, right? Here I say email, which is of string type, and I say password, which is of string type. Then I should say type, which is of number type, right? Type is nothing but the role basically. So I should technically say role instead of number, instead of type I should say role. Okay, so my class is ready. I should call a constructor inside so that dynamically, automatically, I mean to say, when the class will get initialized, the members will initialize with the default value. Now what next? I'll go to my login TS, and here I try to import this model import statement that you all know. One story up, say you would be having model folder, yes, slash, you say login request, here class name, and now I can say request or login. That's what I taken in the form, in the HTML. Login, which is of login request type, right? In the constructor I say this dot login equals to new login, request. Correct? Same old story, no change. I mean, no new thing, same thing. When nothing extra I've done. Go to component.html, and here in the select section I have taken login type. I should say role, login role, right? Put a better naming convention so that you will understand what you're doing. Name hash variable, correct, and this should be role.
In the NG model.
Yeah, role. That's it. Okay. Now I should be having one handler function. I should need to define login handler function I've created. I hooked it with my click event, click directive. Now I need to have that function in my class. So let's do like this, and then simply say console dot log, say this dot login. With this it should be done. And now let's do login and check is it working or not. I say type as admin, username as, let's say, A Shankar. It should be a email address basically, ajshankar024. I say Ajay at the 123. Say login, and yes, on button click, I am getting all the data at the backend, right? And in my code behind file. Correct, team? All good? All good? Now give me just 5 minutes. Okay, let me just take a break of 5 minutes, and after that what we'll do is we'll create a service, login service or authentication service. Our authentication service will be calling to auth API, so which means I need to create auth API as well, right? I have created one auth API for teacher, but I will create one for the user as well, so that you will understand how basically the JWT token will get created and how I will get data and token and everything, right? And then how I will be playing after that. So all these things we'll see, after the break. Okay, so I'm putting myself on mute and freezing my screen. Okay, so next, as we discuss, the next part should be service part. So let's close everything. Let's check our provider section. Provider. Yeah, in the provider section, do we have auth service? Yes, we do have auth service, right? Like this. And in this auth service, let's try to have the login mechanism. So what I do is, in this one, let's have a login function. Say login, right? And with the login, I'm expecting a request which is of login model type, right? So I basically had a model over here. I taken a model over here, imported the model over here, and then I said my login request should be of this type. Sorry. So from here, now I need to have the cases. Basically, I say case, I say switch case, because as per the case I need to hit the API. So switch, open close, if, and I pass request dot role, right? So if case is 1, correct? If case is 1, then hit admin. So if I have as of now teacher, basically, so teacher stands for third, role 3. So if role 3 is there, console.log, say this is going to be user, and then case 3 should be a teacher. So I already created the API for it. Let me just go through with it and let you know how basically we are making authentication API. So let's go back to the server folder, and let me open the auth API. So this is my auth API. So in the auth API, what I've done is, let me just tell you two important things. I have installed two packages. One, the JSON web token, and second, the Express JWT token. So this JSON web token, what this JSON web token will do, this JSON web token package basically will create a token, access token for you. Correct? It'll take your user ID. It will take, I mean, your what do you say, machine ID, request ID. I mean, there are so many things. All date, time, seconds, milliseconds, all combination will get together, and it will create a 64-bit secured key, right? So how to install this package? So let me just open package.json for you. So in the package.json, in dev dependencies, sorry, in dependency, I've added this one, JW token. It should be this one, JSON web token, JWT token, JSON web token. So the simple way to install it is npm install JSON web token minus minus save, so that it will add into the dependency. Correct? Npm install JSON web token minus minus save. Once you install, add it in your hold on. Okay, so once you install, put it in the require section. I created a separate API, auth API. Correct? As I said, once you install, just add it into require it or import it or refer it into your API, and then this is all same thing, no change, right? So same thing, no change. And this is the auth method, post method, which is basically authenticating the user. So if it is teacher auth, then what I'm doing is I'm hitting the teacher table, same thing, no change. Um Passing, checking first of all this teacher email is there or not. So when I hit the email, correct, if I get the record, if I get successful record, which means yes, this guy, is a teacher, correct, everything is right. And then I'm checking if record is there, if I get the record successful, if I get something in the record, right, and my record dot password is equal to the same which I which basically user has passed as a password. If that is correct, then I say my user is correct, user ID and password is correct. So in that case, what I'm doing is I am basically generating a token. So it is generating, okay, we are creating a JWT token, right, for our request, right? So JWT variable, which I've taken the top constant. So JWT dot sign, and now I'm signing my request, and these are some what do you say, some input parameter that you need to pass a unique key on the basis of what you want to generate a token, correct? So a unique key will help to make the to make the token more secure, and more accurate, more unique, right? There's just some random text. If I just put comma, so it says secret or private key, correct? You can pass any secret private key, I mean any text, any key, anything. Even a GUID is also fine. So what it takes is basically it combines everything and come up with the token. And this one, if I'm not wrong, is optional, right? In the option, this says expires in, so this will give expiry time. Basically expiry time means I mean how long a token is going to last. Is it for 2 hours? It is for 1 hour. So after 1 hour, if you keep hitting, I mean after 1 hour, if you send the token again to get it verified, your request will be rejected because you are not authorized now, because your token is expired. So that's how, with the help of token, basically we can maintain the secure way of login mechanism, right? So whatever token I have created, now what I'm doing is I'm returning an object where in object I have data will have the complete record, because when I log in, I need the complete information or some information about the teacher. If I log in as a user, I should know my user information. If it is an admin information. If it is students should have all this information. So this is how. Now let's see, if you hit as a teacher. Now when you go to teacher dashboard, which who has created, I guess Naran has created the teacher dashboard, right, Naran? So after login, when you jump on the teacher dashboard, that is how you will see the teacher image, correct?
Yes.
So that is what, because as of now you hard coded, I saw that, and which is of course, I mean you need to do, because that's the only way you have as of now. But let's today integrate all these things and see, are we getting to the teacher dashboard first after successful login, and are we able to fetch all the information or use the information or not, right? And if your credential is wrong, which means if your password doesn't match, if your this condition is false, which means neither you find a record of teacher email and your password is also not matching, which means incorrect credential. So I am passing data and token as null, data and token as null. So on the basis of that, you can fire basically any message. You can put a message that invalid credentials, or username and password is invalid, whatever. It totally depends upon you. If you notice here, I don't need to return a role basically, because I'm anyways, when I click on the drop down, I'm having the role, right? Now this API is ready. I need to use this API basically. So okay, let's go back to auth service, and here let's add the API. So let me add the essential things. These are the essential things that I need to do, right? Let's copy paste. Go back to your service. And then I should be having dependency injection of HTTP client. Let's do that quickly. Right. And then this should work. Now what I have to do is I'm already having a login function. So what I basically need is in the case 3, what I should do is, obviously my case will be 3 as of now. The teacher API, auth API is ready. So I say return what? Return, let me just copy paste to save time. Return HTTP client.post, and the API is /API/ I have already tested in Postman, so let me just take it from there. Right, so this is my API URL, which is of course up and running, right? And yeah, it should be request data basically, correct? So whatever happens, I'll get the response. I get the return from here, and this also should be this. Now whoever is consuming this method, let's see who is consuming it, has to have a subscriber method. So of course my login component will be consuming it. Let's go back to login component here. So what I will be doing is I say this dot I didn't inject my login, my auth service basically, correct? So I have my auth service. Hold on, I have my auth service, but my auth service is not hooked anywhere, right? Let me just check my app module. I guess that you all know. I don't need to tell you why I need this. Why I need to hook the auth service. So my auth service is yes there. It is there hooked in. It is hooked there in app.module. So I have no issues now. I mean, there should not be an issue now because it is already hooked in the provider of app module. The only thing is to use it, I need to still do the import part. That cannot be done automatically. Providers slash auth service, yeah, like this, auth service. Reference variable of this service. Now I should say this dot auth service dot login basically, and then login, I will pass this dot login there, and then subscribe. Okay, subscribe will have two methods, as you all know. One is a successful, which means promise resolved. Another one is error, which means promise rejected. So I say response, and I put that response in console log as of now. Then I proceed further basically. And this one would be error. So I say console.log, goodness, console.log err. That's it. Uh, let me make sure that node server should be up and running, which means my API should be up and running. Okay, I have issue. What is the issue? Node server, not node server, node server. Correct. So server is listening, which means my API is hosted on node server. Good. And let me do ng-serve, which I already did. So on localhost, I'm anyways having my code ready. So let's do it then. Let me open the console and network both. Right. So what I do is I take teacher. I pass, as of now, let's pass a random anything. I mean, let's see incorrect stuff. I want to see my API is getting hit from here or not. Okay. It says cannot read subscribe of undefined. Undefined. Okay. I know error is going to come because hold on. No, it didn't reach to my API. Much before that, it has an issue because API is not giving any error. It hasn't reached till that part. So at this level itself, it is happening. Okay. Uh, what is the mistake? Hmm. Okay. Let's do one thing. Let's see an existing one where we have already done all these things. So in the admin, I have teacher, in the teacher, add teacher, and TS. TS. Done the same thing, right? No change, correct? We have I don't see any issue here. In the login, I say auth service, okay, good. Login method, fine. Auth service, just like I have teacher service, I have auth service, then login functions, yeah, this dot login, correct. And subscribe should have, yeah, correct. Absolutely correct. Then why? Okay. Let's do one thing. Let's do one thing. Auth service. And let's have a breakpoint here. Let's see will it hit this method or not. So if I say login, let me just refresh it one more time. Let's check what we're supposed to do now. This is working fine. Say anything, admin. I just wanted to see is it hitting or not first of all. Login. Yes, it is hitting. Good. I got it actually. It's happening because of the switch case. It is happening because of the switch case. So, okay, good. That's good. I understood what is the problem. The problem is with this, with auth service switch case right here. So I should be doing it something like, okay, let me first of all do it without this. Okay, and one more problem. My service auth service, if I show you, it is Okay, no, nothing, is all good. So here we have teacher email. Here I'm expecting teacher email, where in service you said when your login request says email only, so that's a problem. It will not work. You understood what is the problem? So this will not work because request model says email, whereas your API, in API I'm expecting teacher email. So that's why this will not work. It should be email. Password is fine because password is password only in our model. Okay, and that's fine. Let's see now will it work or not. What happened? Expected. What is expected? No, it's fine. Yeah, no, it's fine. Save. In the API also I have done the change, so I need to kill the server and start it again. Node server. It is also okay. Good. So let's see now. Let's see now. Now let me say admin A Shankar and then password, right? Say login. Okay. Super. And now see what is the response it is saying. What is the response it is giving? It says HTTP failure response not found, right? Not found. Let's try to hit the right one and then see will it work or not. So I'm saying teacher, and for teacher I'm already having something in the DB. Let me just double check. Postman. I'll check the postman. 1 minute. And Vinay at the 123. Good. So that is the credential I was checking in the postman after creating API. Vinay at the 123. So login. Okay. What it says is teacher auth not found. Let's see. 1 minute. No, yes, we are passing the wrong path. Okay, local 3000 API. Then again, why we are doing this circus? Yeah, the URL is wrong. The URL is wrong. Did you see the requested URL? How come this URL is passing? Let's double check in the code. Ah, of course the URL is wrong. Save it again. Then let's try now. Okay, I say teacher and then username Vinay at the gmail.com, and then I say VINAY Vinay at the rate 123, right? Say login, and see I got the successful data. I'm getting the entire data, its address, city, country, gender, everything. So this I can control from API. If I don't want the entire history of this record, I can still choose, selected properties. Technically speaking, I mean, we should not be getting all these things returned back, right? What do you say? In response I should be having main things. For example, teacher ID, right? Or ID, if at all it is having ID, should be fine. ID and username, right? Username and email anyways we maintain same. And the token. Correct. Few information should be there, not this entire stuff. So this you can manage from the API. Instead of passing the entire stuff, you can basically manage restricted properties from the API. Right?
Ajay,
Yeah.
in real world, in real world example,
Mm-hmm.
you know, if whatever data we would be fetching from the API, or whichever application fetches data with the API, you know,
Mm-hmm.
in the response, do they get like, are we able to see, you know, what sort of you know, data we are capturing via console?
Yes, we can. Because
We can, isn't it?
once, yes,
Let's
once
say,
you
for
are,
example,
yes, answer is yes. When you are getting data from API, whatever response you get, you can see it in the console, in the response. Network call, you can see that. So if I click on the network call and see the network call, so this is the request header you pass, this is the URL, and this is the request you pass, and the response, this is the response you get. So answer is yes, we can see, right?
okay.
So let's jump on the redirection part. Now I want to redirect from the login page to teacher module, right? So which means if I just say teacher, T-E-A-C-H-E-R, teacher, so I should be redirected to teacher dashboard. Yeah, this is the teacher dashboard. Correct. I should be redirected to teacher dashboard. So all this information, see Ajay Shankar, this is hard coded by Narayan. So what we'll do is we'll try to fetch the real-time data and see all these things should be coming from the database live, right? Let's see this one. I wish I could have had these many hairs, right? And I could have looked this handsome. But it's okay. It's a nice try, Narayan, correct? Of my pick. It's a nice joke you crack. Okay. So now once you have this login part done, I mean, once you have all these things successfully, correct? So what you should do is you should redirect to your teacher module. So for that, what I will do is I need to import the router service. I say that Angular router, and there I should have active router router active. I forgot the name. 1 minute.
Routes.
Routes, no, not route, router. Let's see with this what we can do. So I need to inject private underscore router reference variable, which is of router type. And now here what you will do is on this login successful call, you say this dot router dot navigate. Yeah, navigate to where? Navigate to slash teacher teacher. Let's see, will I be going to teacher module or not? Correct. These are the parent routes, and these are already hooked in the app module. Let me just show it to you quickly. We have app module, yeah, app modules. So in app modules, if you go top, okay, you have hooked your, see, teacher module over here. So if you go to teacher module, so there you have the parent route as teacher, and all other are basically child route, right? That's why this teacher is working. So now let's do it from login. I say teacher, and then I say Vinay. VINAI, Vinay at the 123. Login. And yes, it's working, right? I am basically changing the route to teacher. Correct, team? All good? All fine? Is that clear to you? Yes or no? right? And now let's check the session management. Okay, so what we do is let's take again a quick break of 10 minutes. Okay, and after that we'll see the session management. So far what we have seen is the complete flow from your HTML login to your return URL, right? We have seen the complete flow basically. So we logged in. After login, it is checking, it is in the API, checking our credentials if it is correct, giving us the response, giving us the token, right? As per the response, we are navigating uh, to right module, correct? And what else we have to do is we have to check, we have to maintain the session. So if user is authenticated, right? If user is authenticated, then its session should get maintained. So how to maintain the session, correct? That we'll see, and after that we'll see the route guard. If at all will not be able to, route guard we have already seen the last session, but we'll see the route guard, I mean the dynamic route guard, because last time we just mocked the environment, but this time we have the live data and we can check the route guard, right? So the motive would be after the break, uh, doing the complete session management today. That's the main important thing, right? And observable also I wanted to introduce, because I will first show you the problem with without using the observable. What is the problem? What basically we will not be able to get, correct? And then I will introduce the observable, correct? So give me just 10 minutes, and then we resume the session and finish the complete session management also, right? So I'm putting myself on mute and freezing my screen. Just give me 10 minutes. I'm coming back, and then we finish the session management completely. Okay. So now what we need to do is we need to do the session management, correct? So now I am already basically logged in. I have all the details, but point is I have not saved it anywhere. So I have not maintained any session. So if I go to application and again go to login, correct? Again I will log in, again I will hit against the DB, again same things will happen. So point is I have not maintained any session. So how we can maintain the session? Let's see. So what to do is in the login component, sorry, in the auth service, correct? Here you maintain, okay, I'm basically taking a reference of learn now code itself, how I maintain the the session management learn now. I'm just going through with the same pace, because when there's nothing like we are reinventing the wheel, right? The same thing. So how are you going to do that? That is what I'm showing you over here. So I will be having one method. Just give me a minute. This is my service, authentication service. Let me do minimize all, and then yeah, create session. Let's see from here. So I will show you first of all with only local storage, and then I tell you, then I will show you what is the problem with the local storage in the single page application, right? It's a very small mistake, but it is very noticeable mistake, correct? Things can break from there. So what I will do is I will have one method called create session, just like in our auth service as well. We'll have one method called create session. So what this method will do, let's remove all these things. It will basically save all your user information, whatever you pass, all the user information into local storage. Now what is local storage? If you see in the browser, you go to application. Under the application you will see local storage, and you'll see session storage. So local storage, if you hit 4200, so this is like local storage created for other local projects, right? So it is created because I have other batches also running. So for local host it has created a key. So I will use a different key so that will not get confused. So local storage is basically a browser session management system where you can maintain the data in the browser. You might have seen, a few of the sites, shopping sites, or what do you say, ticket booking sites, where you fill the form, and let's say you leave the page, you go out, you get out of it again after a few days or a few hours or a few minutes, you again come back to the site. You will see the entire data is saved as it is. You don't need to do a search again. You don't need to, you will see a view cart is still having the items, the details, the product that you have checked in. So how basically they're maintaining it? So one way is the session management, which we can do at the server side, correct? But nowadays, uh, since this, thanks to Angular or the strong front end libraries or frameworks like Angular, React, Vue.js, what we do is we maintain the session management in the browser itself, correct? And where in the browser? Local storage and session storage. So both are used to save the information. Now the question is when to use what, correct? So local storage also store the information in the browser, and session storage also does the same thing. The difference is local storage, you can see, now I have opened after such a long time. I opened this application, or you can say the browser, basically since morning. So I still can see this token of two different application which I have done long back, correct? It's still there in the browser. So which says local storage, no matter you clear the cache, no matter you do hard reload, whatever you do, your local storage is not going to get clear, right? If you wanted to clear, you have to go to the local storage and clear it manually. Otherwise there's no trick in the browser, correct? Either clear history, clear cache, hard read load, whatever you do, clear cookies, your local storage is not going to get clear. So if you want that user should stay logged in, or you want user information should be there um, till forever, so use local storage. Just like this Redbus, Make My Trip, Clear Trip, Yatra.com, Booking.com, all these ticket booking sites or social networking site used to do, right? They never what do I say, push user out of the application. They always keep the user logged in. They always keep the information also of the user every now and then, correct? But if you see banking domains, banking sites, or some sites which cannot maintain the user session for very long, so what they do is, or they don't want to maintain the user session unnecessarily, so what they do is they put their sessions, they put the key value pair, they put the session information in session storage. So what is the disadvantage of session storage is, the moment you close the browser, your session storage will get clear automatically. You don't need to manually clear it, or remove the cache or reload or whatever. The moment you close the browser, your session storage will be clear, right? The data inside your session storage will be clear. So any question regarding related to your local storage and session storage? Any question and doubt you have? Shall we proceed further and save the data in session local storage?
Hi Ajay.
Yeah.
I have one question.
Go ahead.
So what is the uses of cookies in here?
Okay, so cookie is the older thing what we used to do. I mean, this is coming with Angular, HTML5, this local storage and session storage. Previously, cookies were not there, correct? But some sites still use cookies. But the drawback with cookie is it can store only limited value, but local storage can store up to 5 MB.
Okay.
Right?
So all browser are supported local storage?
No, all browser supports. What I'm saying is, previously before HTML5, local storage, session storage was not there. So people were using cookies, correct?
Yeah.
But now since HTML5 is there and HTML5 is supported by or backed by all the browser, so we can use local storage and session storage easily instead of using cookies, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Ajay, adding to Narayan's question, for example, in ASP, we have session management and then cookies. Is this local storage and session storage similar to what we have in the
server side, yes.
server side scripting?
But
Is it the same?
there all the data is stored at server side. When you create session, an application state or session, in server side ASP.NET, that session information gets stored at the server side, right? To fetch that information, you need to have a network call. But here everything is going to get stored in the local storage browser, client browser.
In the client browser. Okay.
Yes.
So for example, let's if we want to have a good user experience,
Mm-hmm.
all right,
Mm-hmm.
do we so we can create like local storage or session storage on the browser, but we don't collect the data at our end. It would be just stored in their browser, and it won't be coming on to our servers.
You can connect to browser also, you can connect to server also, you can pass the data to database also, but point is, if you leave it in local storage and session storage also, apart from taking it in the database server side, if you keep it in the client browser also, it'll be your application will be faster in terms of performance, because now your application will check first in the local storage or session storage that do I have a data or not. If I have, I'll pull it from there. If not, then pull it from the server.
Okay, so at the same time, when we store data in the local storage, it gets stored on the server, or do we have to pass like
We have to pass. We have to pass for server. We always have to have a call.
Have a call. Okay.
Right. So
yep.
I'm going back to application, and here I'm changing the name. So I say eSchool user. Right. That's my key. eSchool user. And now what we do is let's call this create session method from login component, right? Because once I have a successful login, just before the navigation, I should do that. So what I will be doing is I say this dot auth service dot create session, and then what I can do is I can pass the response into that like this. So now whatever I get from the from the API, the same response I'm saving, passing into create session, and the create session is basically saving the data in a stringify format, not in the object format. It will convert the whole object into string, correct? We have to store it in the stringify format. That is how it has to be. And local storage dot set item is the method through which you basically save the data. eSchool user is your key basically. It will be helpful when you wanted to fetch the data from the session storage, local storage. Right? Let's see will this work or not. So this time when I reach to teacher, I would be having the data inside the browser. I would be having the session storage inside the browser. So I say teacher, then I say Vinay, same Gmail, I say VINAY, Vinay at the 123. So I say login. So now you can see eSchool user has been created. Did you see that? You have data, right? You have data and you have token, which is saved. Correct? You have complete information. Now what next? Now question is, I already have the data and I should be fetching. I'm at the teacher basically teacher component. Let's move to teacher component. So you can see the image is there and the name, first name, last name is there. So point is, it should be basically should be coming from my login, because in the login response I'm getting all the information. So it should be coming from the login, right? So let's try to do that. So I go to my component TS and try to fetch the local storage information over here. You can see Narayan has tried to justify it, right? Which, I mean, he did his level best, correct? But this is you can see the teacher ID. What he's taken is static, right? Whereas now it should be coming from the local storage because I've already stored the data. So what I will do is, I don't want any discrepancy, so I'm just going with the same way the way I have done it in here. So next method should be get session information. So I'll go to my auth service, right? Just like I say create session, I will be having one more session, say get session. In the get session, leave all these things not required. I don't want logged in status also. Yes, true, leave it. I'll see if I need to use it. Okay, this is the simple thing. So now I say I have get session method. What it is doing it is reading the local storage, correct? So local storage dot get item is a method in which you can pass your key and you can read it. So I'm just checking if local storage is there. If local storage is there, then what you do is you basically uh, populate this user and convert all the information, correct? You read it from from local storage. You read this key from local storage, which means this method will read this key. This key will have data and token both, right? A complete object. So now user is having by now, if you call this method, user will be having your this object, data and token, correct? Data and token. And now finally, when I say return, so I will be returning the user into json.parse method. So that because the value has been stored in the stringify format, but it's basically an object which I want, right? It is an object basically which got stringify and then stored. That's a format of local storage and session storage. So while reading, I need to convert it into JSON format. So json.parse will convert the string into an object format, JSON format, object format, right? So this method is going to give me all the information. So what I will do is I'll go to teacher component dot ts, and here I should have the auth service, say dot slash provider, no, yeah, providers, then slash auth service. Here I say auth service, do a dependency injection, right? Usual stuff, no big deal. Private auth service. Now I'll comment this code and simply say this dot auth service dot get session, right? Session info. I should be having a variable which will be having all these things for me. So I say user when simple thing, or teacher basically. Let's use the word teacher, teacher, teacher. I say any, I don't know the format of it. Okay, you already created a teacher and I guess you're using it. Okay, I say teacher response, or I say session data. That's the right keyword. That's the right word, session data. Okay, let's do it like this. Session data. So I said this dot session data equals to, you're getting it from the get session method. So you got the session data basically. Now your session data will be having two things. Let's put a console log. Let's put a console log and see what exactly your session data will be having. Of course, it will be having an object which will have the data as well as the token. Correct? So let's see. Yeah, so you can see console came. session.data, going back to console again. Now if I expand it, as I said previously to you, I will be having data as well as a token. Now data is nothing but the exact replica of teacher model, but it's okay. As I said, I will be changing it, so don't expect it will be exactly like teacher. I will be definitely changing it, right? So what I basically wanted to get from this, hold on. Just wanted to check the object property, so I put a stringify. It has nothing to do with the code, don't worry. I'm not using any stringify in the code. It's just a console log. For console log, I wanted to see the entire object as string. This is just for the checking and has no meaning in terms of development and all, right? So what I want is basically, if you see what Narayan has done, he has taken teacher ID, and as per teacher ID, he's fetching the complete information about the teacher. And then in the HTML, he's using teacher dot first name, teacher dot last name, which means which means uh, which means my session data is having two things. One, my session data is having object which is having one property as data and another property as token, right? Another property as token at the end. So let me use it. Okay, so here, now fine, I'll remove the stringify. So here I would say use this value session.data, go back to component and say instead of teacher, I say session data dot teacher first name, right? Remove this operator from here. Yeah, now it's fine. Session data, here also session data last name. In the teacher ID, I should be saying session data underscore ID. So I'll get the exact ID of the teacher. And for the image also, I say instead of teacher, I say session data image source. Correct. Now I should see the exact image name of the teacher who logged in. Let's see. Will we be able to do it? Yes, you can see I'm getting the exact ID of the teacher. The image got changed, the name got changed. Vinay Shankar, whoever has logged in, we have the data of that guy, right? See, did you see that, guys? All good? All good? Any question, any doubt you have? Any question, any doubt you guys have? No, all done. Team, is my voice audible? Any question, any doubt you have? Team, is my voice audible?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Everything is good.
Okay. So now what next? Next, let me, okay. I need to, ask for the assignments and need to review as well. So should we continue the rest of the observable part and route guard for child routes tomorrow and discuss some assignment today, or you want observable also to be done today itself?
So can we get the about the token? So how we have to use this token?
So token, I will be using it in the interceptor service. Again, as I said, when interceptor service, how this interceptor service will be, passing the token. So that we'll see tomorrow. Anyways, that we'll see tomorrow. The token is for that only.
Okay.
What I'm asking is it fine for today, or you want more things?
It is fine for today. Just
Yeah.
assign some tasks. Then
So for assignment, I still need to review Saqib's code. So Saqib, let me just check what has been given to you. So Saqib, your student profile is done. Your student profile, is it done? Saqib, you're there? Okay, so coming back to Narayan, the teacher part I have already done. I mean, you have already done the teacher part. I have done the route call for the teacher. Sorry, the login call for the teacher and all these things, right? So this is done. You're Narayan, right? Narayan speaking.
yeah, I mean.
So Narayan, what I will do is I will merge Saqib changes into the. I'll merge Saqib changes.
Okay.
But Narayan, I guess we have timeline also at your name, right? Timeline, remember? We discuss, no?
For timeline, no,
So
I think Padma is doing for that one. After
Padma is doing the exam. I need to. I mean, I yet to hear from her that is that completed or not. I mean, she was facing some CSS and some functional part. I said some changes to her on Wednesday. So I still need to confirm from her that has she done it or not. So let's assume that it's not done, for example. So she'll be maybe finishing it today or max by tomorrow. So exam, I'll get it exam, but timeline is still pending, correct? And nobody has picked it, and I'm 100% sure that she'll not get time for this timeline.
Okay, I'll check.
Now, can you check timeline? But for checking timeline, can you just talk to her first, because what is timeline is, just let me just show you 1 minute. And then we have Ravi, I guess, right? Ravi, you are working on the user part, right? User creation.
Ravi is not here.
Ravi is
Raj,
not here. No,
Rajkumar.
Rajkumar is anyways. He's going, I mean, step by step. So he has requested. He will not be able to do that. No problem. So 1 minute. Let me just show you the timeline part. Timeline. Okay, admin section. Now user profile.
User profile.
Yeah, here timeline. So in the exam, what did I tell her is, what I basically explained her is, have department, correct? Then have program. Department means it's science, arts, right? Commerce, what is the background? Engineering, what is the background? That is the department. Then program. So for example, in engineering department, you have program like MTech, BTech, for example. Then program will be having semesters, and every semester will be having the term exams. We call it summers basically, or term exams, right?
Yeah.
Like this, she has almost done it. She showed me. I mean, the code is working fine for her. Everything is done. Few amendments I told her to add, so it's working. Correct. Now, question is timeline.
Okay.
So now for what is timeline? Exams. Okay, let's go back to exam first, because both are interconnected actually. So in exams, we will get to know all the schedule, because now we have software engineering as one subject. So do we have, if we have, let's say, semester exam, so we'll be somewhere having semester 1 and timing of it. If it is, let's say, what we call it, summer exam, term exam, what we call it, right? So then term exam will be there, and its timing will be there, correct?
Yeah.
And now the trainer, we need to have the teacher who is associated to this subject, correct? So which means I need to have an association table. We need to have association table, like what do you call it, subjects basically. So for one subject, how many teachers are there, or I should say teacher subject, teacher course, correct? Teacher course table or teacher subject table. Whereas one teacher, where you have one teacher with multiple basically what do you call, courses or subjects, I should say. Subject is the right word, subject, right?
Yeah.
That table we need to create, and we need to create that form also, where we just drag and drop what we call associate the subject to a teacher, right? We need that form. Let me just note it down. 1 second. So what we require is, hold on guys, I noted down actually the leftover functionality. So we need teacher and subject form, right?
Okay.
So that form we should be having. So Naran, most probably you need to take care of that. Sakib, you're there? Okay. Then timeline. Let's jump on the timeline part. So from exam, this is the pending thing, which is there, correct?
Mhm.
Which I see is there, which is missed as of now. Teacher subject association. Now let's come to the timeline. Timeline says what are the subjects, classes, sessions we have. So again, for the timeline also, this teacher subject is important. Teacher subject association is important, right? Because let's say software engineering timeline is nothing but the timetable basically. So
Yeah.
today if we have software testing session, right? So who will be taking that? Which teacher? So first of all, we need to have teacher subject form, where we should know for software testing, where with the help of what, with the help of that table, we'll get to know that for software testing how many teachers we have, right?
Yeah.
Correct. Teacher 1 is having software testing, let's say agriculture and Angular 7. Teacher 2 is also teaching Angular 7 and agriculture. So now for agriculture and Angular 7 we have 2 teachers, correct?
Mhm.
So this teacher subject form, right, which is a master form, will be handy for both the tabs, exam as well as timeline. Now linking it with the exam and linking it with the timeline is a different scene. So now next form should be timeline, right? So timeline form, basically when we, as an admin, when we create a timeline form, correct,
Mhm.
there what we're going to do is we are going to add a teacher to that particular subject. So for example, let's say we're creating a timeline form. So today's date, we are setting a timetable for today. So today's date, we pick the slot 9:30 to, let's say, 10:15. Okay, slot done. Then we pick the subject, we say software testing. Now we'll, for tough software, after software testing, we will be having a drop down where all the teachers who teaches software testing will come.
Okay.
So now we
So,
select it and say add.
okay, we can choose from there which
Correct,
teacher.
correct. Something like that we need to build.
Okay, sure.
Right? So that is timeline form, but that form is useless until and unless we have teacher subject form or teacher subject master table.
Yeah.
So we need to have teacher subject master table first, then we need to have teacher table form basically in under the admin section, where you are going to add subject under the teacher. I guess we should be having that form in the under all pages admin section. Just look at it one more time. We'll definitely be having that form, correct? If not, then it's a normal form. I mean, you can take any of the form for practice, right? I mean, for consideration.
Yeah, sure, I will do. Mhm.
So that is the main thing, teacher subject form. That is the main thing. Then if that is done, let's say you're able to do that one successfully, then timeline form you can pick. I am not,
Yeah.
overburdening you or wanted to overburden you with these two forms, but I will still say first you go with the teacher subject form. It's stable, it's form creation, right? And then you jump on the timeline form.
Okay.
Then exam, exam, let's Padma take care of it, because in exam, if you see, you still need, for exam also you need to have exam timeline,
The exam
correct?
time.
Exam
Mhm.
timeline, you need to have exam timetable, you need to have basically one form like exam timetable. So
Yeah.
where you will select, okay, this exam, correct, this is the timing, software
Timing.
engineering is the subject, and who is the trainer or teacher who is going to look after this exam.
Okay.
In that case, I would say, then we should have all the trainers, if I'm not wrong, correct? Because that is like, that is kind of duty basically, right? So today, this trainer should be, or this teacher should have a duty. For example, for software engineering exam, a teacher from agriculture can perform the
Can.
duty, right?
Yeah.
So that has no interlinking of subject versus teacher, right?
No, basically this is like in an exam, right?
Correct?
Software
Yeah.
testing.
Yes.
Software testing with John Smith, right?
Correct.
So it means John Smith will take care this exam, or John Smith subject is
No, not subject. No. That is what the mistake I was doing. It's a timetable basically, exam timetable. So who is performing a duty for that particular slot? It's that.
Okay. In a hall, they like
Yes.
John Smith will
Yes.
take care of the exam part.
Yes. Absolutely correct.
So it is not
Absolutely
related
correct.
to the teacher.
Yes. Absolutely correct. So this teacher subject form or teacher subject master is strictly to this timetable or timeline. Right, timeline.
Okay.
Got a point? So this exam part, let me hear from Padma and see her availability. Correct?
Okay.
So timeline you take care. So now you know for timeline what you're supposed to do. Need to have two things: teacher subject master table, teacher subject form, right? And then timeline form or timetable form.
Okay.
Correct?
Yeah, got it.
That both of the things you can include it. Padma is doing anyways exam, and Ravi, he said he has something left in the user. No. He checked in. I told him because I merged your changes, so I told him to take latest and raise a push request, merge request one more time. I need to check with him, has he raised a merge request or not. I didn't get any merge request. Let me just ping him and ask for the merge request. So Ravi said his user part is done. So even he will be also available for some assignment tomorrow. Okay. And now Sakib, are you still there in the call?
I think he's not.
Not there. No problem.
Yes, Ajay, I'm there.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So Sakib, that student part fully completed, right?
Yes, Ajay. I've uploaded the
Merge request. I saw. As I said, 50%. I checked. It was fine, and I still need to do it completely. So what I'm doing is now I'm checking it and merging it. Sakib, is it fine if I give you assignment today itself after merging your code?
No problem, Ajay. No problem at all.
Because if there will be any amendment, which I'm suspecting, yes, so that you will be able to do it today itself, right?
I don't mind, Ajay.
Great. Then Skip a student. Okay, great. So let's close the session then, right? This is the assignment I have for you guys. Now the only thing that I want that is pending is tomorrow I'll show you observable and then the route guard for child, right? Correct. And in tomorrow's session, very important, I will be showing you the Angular material as well. In Angular material we have few ready-made components which will be very handy. Let's say remember in the last session I was telling you about the snack bar or toaster service, where you say your record has been inserted, right? Or let's say after login you have a snack bar at the bottom, say login successful, redirecting to, let's say, teacher, or redirecting to admin. Have you seen those toaster messages with green color toaster messages on the success and red color toaster messages on error? So those toaster messages we are already having in Angular material. Loading, how can I forget this one? When you are fetching the profile from the database, obviously few seconds it will take to fetch. So till that time you should have a spinner basically. So I will be showing you spinner tomorrow. I will be showing you snack bar tomorrow, and datetime picker also will see from Angular material tomorrow. Okay, right?
Sure.
So tomorrow we'll start the session strictly on time. I mean, please be there by 8:30. So first,
What about security? Do we have to have some sort of security as well?
that is what we did in today's session, Sakib. JWT token. So when you hit from client side to server side, your server is authenticating your request and releasing a token. Releasing token means your server authenticated your request. The JWT sign, what we use, let me just show you the code one more time. So if you see this code, JWT sign, so this means your server is authenticating your request and releasing a token against it. And the token what you get, you have to pass it in every request which you raise to server, right?
Okay.
That part
that is the only security feature which is
yes
there in the
correct.
Angular. Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
So that also I will show you tomorrow. Okay.
Okay. Padma also is online.
Padma is online. Hi Padma.
Hello, Ajay. How are you?
Yeah, fine Padma. We missed you a lot.
Ah.
So Padma, I mean, I'll straight away come to business. So is your part done? Those amendments done?
Yeah, I want to share my screen and I have few questions and then yeah, it's there. I committed the code though, but
Okay. You want to ask something, or let me just check at my end first, and then I'll come online. Is it fine?
whatever you say. But yeah, maybe by the time you finish the class,
Okay. Let me just
might
stop
have-
sharing. Please share your screen.
yeah. Gosh, one day of not attending the class, I don't know where the share screening is. Really? Yeah, yeah.
You are a Wonder Woman. I'm sure you will figure it out. Okay.
Narayan will be thinking this lady doesn't know much. I'm seeing a,
One thing Naran will accept, that this lady has traveled a long way, right?
yes, yes, definitely. Uh, 1 second, Ajay.
So maybe I need to give you any right.
I don't see anything.
Wait a minute. Let me just check. Wait 1 minute. So even you don't see anything?
No, to share the screen. Yeah, 1 second. Let me see share. Yeah. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, now. Yes.
Yeah, see, this is that. See, all exams.
Mm-hmm.
Remember the other day when I showed you all the search pipes were working perfectly fine.
Yes, yes.
Something I did and
I
only
was
the.
I was discussing about you only just before you join, that Padma has I've told her to do some amendment. She has already done the entire code. Only few things are pending. So I guess you already completed, right? Department.
Yeah, yeah. And the thing is, Ajay, I just want to explain you. I don't know whether I'm going in the right direction or not. See, when I do the all exams,
But there I didn't see the summers.
no, I will add because I was still thinking. I think I want to add only in the semesters. These are the few things hanging on instead of the separate drop down for summer.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe include it in here itself.
Okay, if you wanted to do, okay, let's pick this one first. So if you wanted to add in the same drop down, let's say semester also, and summer one and summer two also, like that, then what you do is, if a person selected, okay, if a person selected a summer one, for example, then what is it semester, which semester we are talking about? Is it semester 8 or semester 1? That is why I told you that day the semester and summer one, summer two should be separated, because one semester may have 3 summers, may have 3 exams, basically sub exams, or you can say a term exam, right, or summer exam.
Okay. Yeah,
One,
that kind of, I didn't put lot of thought in that. I really don't know, like, because we don't have this many summers here, semesters here, 8. Like, it is like first year, 2 semesters, second year, 2 semesters, third year, 2 semesters, fourth year, 2 semesters.
so which means 8 semesters, right?
Yeah, but semester 1, semester 2, semesters, that's it. That's all we have. It's like not semester 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Okay,
6.
we
So,
need to, as I explained you, yes, I mean that day also, that we
yeah,
need to make it generic so that everyone can be able to use it. It should not be
yeah.
like west or east. It should be like generic.
Yeah, that's I mean, I have to, like, I'm still thinking on how to put it, things like that.
So
So
now you just need to have one more drop down.
yeah,
Say summer one, summer two, like that.
yeah.
Because if you
Designing that, how to do, like, which tables, those things I'm still thinking, like, because
okay,
the reason why I'm thinking
let's
is,
discuss about the table also.
yeah,
So we should be having one department table, of course, department master table. We should be having one
I have all those.
program
Yeah,
table. We should be having
see,
one
department.
yeah one
Department, I have department ID, name, and program. Program is the one which you told, the degree, MBA.
Correct.
Like
Correct.
that. Then
MBA, BTech,
exam,
correct.
uh,
And
and
then
exam, I have the, see these exams I literally copied from a website, these
okay,
course names and the degree.
no problem.
So this is, I didn't fake it up.
No problem. Good.
Okay.
So now for semester and summer, you don't need a table because they're hard coded.
Semester के लिए भी I just put 8 semesters. The
Mm-hmm.
reason why I did is when I come to all when I come to all exams, see we want to display only those which have the exams. Let's say semester 8 doesn't have any exams. I don't want to display nothing here. Whatever is available is what I'm displaying here. See here, departments, only 4 departments have the exams. But if I go to the add new exam, you'll see all the list of departments.
Show me that. Go step by step. Say add new exam.
See, I don't know now what happened. See, all add new exam will have all the departments, and add programs, I think something. I was working on it last half an hour onwards.
Okay. So the small amendment, no problem. I understood maybe something went wrong here. Small amendment, you need to add a teacher basically also over there.
Oh no. Don't give me your work.
Okay, that association form we can do it later, because Narayan and me was discussing about the same thing, that we have created an exam. Okay, so no, you're right. Let's have all the exams in the table, in the master table, that these are the exams we have, correct, for the entire year, for example, or for all 3 years or all 2 years for a particular program.
Yeah.
For a particular program, let's add all the exams, and then we can have an exam timetable where we need to pull the exam ID, correct, and associate a teacher to it. Teacher means who will be looking after for that exam.
Okay.
So that form we can do it later, correct, Naran?
Yeah, that's good.
No, I think this is still working. You see this? That's why I don't see anything. Something. See, this all exams will have only the ones which are associated values. But if I go to add exam, see network issue. See.
Okay, no problem. We'll go with add new exam first. So when you say add new exam, you're saying, right? Then
you'll get all the departments.
Correct. So that's correct. You have to get all the departments. What is wrong in that?
Yeah, no, but when you go to all exams, you don't get. You only get those which have the exams associated with the department.
Yeah, that's good.
So if you've done that functionality, it is good. So why are you getting confused? You did good. That means for adding new exam.
I don't know why the network is done. See all these things.
It happens.
Maybe somebody is playing with the database or what?
I said it happens. Don't worry. It happens.
Every time I want to show you,
okay. I know you have done it. Only thing is, only thing which which I told you that day also, you have to have the summers, okay, separately. My column, my exam column should have like department. Just 1 minute, just see. My exam column should have department, program. Let's say for example, engineering, BTech. Correct. Then semester, let's say 6th semester. And after 6th semester, what is the summer? Which exam is this? Is it in the 6th semester? Is it summer 1 or summer 2? Every semester is of 6 months. So one exam, let's say in the middle of the semester, one is at the end of the semester, for example. So these things should be there in my table. That's the only requirement I have.
Yeah, I will. I mean, those things I was still thinking about it, how to approach it. And another one is, Ajay, once I come here, from the all exams, I don't want these to be like this. These have to be disabled, because people will accidentally click these when it comes to from all exams when they come to update. See, when I go here
and click on, I understood. When you click on any of the row, right?
Yeah.
then that should be selected. No, you cannot do disable, because what if you wrongly added a program ID? You wrongly added a program. Now you do want to change the program also.
That
You
is
talk,
when you go to the new add new exam only you will enable, not through the.
let's say you have click on all exam.
Yeah,
It's okay.
one.
It's okay, no problem. When you say click
Let,
on all, when you say all exam, you will get the grid, correct?
1 second. Yeah, I'm going there.
No, when you have all exam means you will get a grid of all the exams, right?
Yes,
Now
Ajay.
now admin saw that one of the exam program is wrong. You're talking about, let's say, C++, but the program says BCom. You wrongly selected it. Now when you click on the
Okay.
on the row, now when
Yeah.
you go back to edit form, you do need to have that program drop down enable. But there BCom will be written over there, so a person will see, okay, that's my mistake, I
Yeah.
put BCom, select the B tag over there, and done, save.
But the thing is, Ajay, okay, I mean, I can do that. But the thing is, again, what if they change somewhere here and then they put null here and then
that
I think.
person that person will be an admin only. That is the difference between admin and a user, right? So
Okay.
that's admin responsibility. Okay, let's buy your point. You saying he or she did mistake, no problem, again go and update it,
Okay.
correct? Again go and
So
update it.
you want me to leave it like that. So now the database is now it's see departments, only the departments which have those exams listed, and these are the programs and these are the semesters.
I am not
Now,
able to see your screen. You stop the screen sharing.
okay. Uh, okay.
Now
You can
it's
see now,
started
right?
to, yeah, correct,
See.
correct,
So all the exams,
correct.
here only whatever the departments have the exams, whatever programs they are
Good,
will be listed. And
good,
then I'm doing the search and then it is coming. Remember the
correct.
other day when I
Yes,
showed
yes,
you?
yes, yes, yes,
But
absolutely.
now this, I think I changed something. I don't know what. That's what I'm struggling. What did I change? The search prep is not working for these two.
Okay.
And that is one thing I need to figure out now.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Then if I do.
Padma is here. What you are doing is you are filtering with all the data, right?
Yes, that's what I'm doing.
So if there is no data like in all department and all program, if it is not matching, then you are not getting the data.
Yes. See, there is matching. I mean, I have mastered this now. See,
Because you have done it twice basically. First time it got
see, if I do
wrongly merged.
policy sciences,
Okay.
see, my search text is coming policy sciences,
Okay.
and another one is programs. See, if I click programs, it is coming criminology,
Okay.
and if I do semester, it is coming semester 3.
Then what is your question?
The
She's
question
saying
is,
she's
it
not
is
able,
not
correct, it's not
displaying
working.
here.
She's having the
Only the
data.
semester is working. Only the semester is working. It was working
Okay,
before it.
which means there is some property name change in
Yes,
your pipe, or in the
yes.
pipe only you did the mistake. No problem. What I'm saying is,
I need because I spent like 4 hours yesterday, and then I was like,
no,
no, I need to ask
no,
you.
wait. That's what I'm saying. Wait. Good, you spend 4 hours, because spending that time is not wasted. It add up to your confidence only. That's how you are confidently speaking and explaining us the problem, right? Which is good.
Yeah,
No problem. Let me handle that part.
yeah,
What you do is, before raising a merge request, can you add that semester part? Sorry,
yeah.
summer part in
Yes,
the,
yes,
so the
yes. I
table.
will do that.
So correct.
And then these departments and this. So now, then when I go to add exam, so you see all the departments in the.
Drop down.
Which is correct. Which is correct.
See, you see
Just
all the.
go back to all exam again. Which is correct. Correct, Padma. This is correct. Go back
Yeah,
to all exam, because
yeah.
now you are editing, and editing means you should be available with all the exams. Okay. Click on any of the exam. Is it going to edit page and populating the data over there? Yes.
Yeah, everything.
Wait. Hold on. Good. So now you see engineering is coming, computer science is coming. Brilliant. That is what we need. Now, if let's say this exam, what is the exam name? Java, advanced Java programming. Let's say it doesn't belongs to computer science. It belongs to computer science is the program, right?
It's a program
Correct.
degree.
So
Yeah.
let's say it belongs to BTech. You wrongly selected computer science. Now you go ahead to program,
Yeah.
select BTech.
No, computer sciences, mechanical
Okay,
engineering.
no problem, no problem. Let's say it comes under biology, for example. Just select biology. Just select, don't save it. Just select biology.
Biology. Okay.
Right. So now you rectified your mistake. And as an
And
admin, you rectified. Now you update, it will update. So
okay,
having all department, having all program is the right approach. It should be there. It's
but the
absolutely
thing
correct.
is, okay, Ajay, but the thing is, if I click business, I should see only MBA and BBA, not the rest.
Uh,
So
that is
that
a
is one
mistake.
thing.
That is a mistake. That is a mistake. That's correct. When you select a department, then the respective programs of the department should come.
See, it is that's why it's taking time for me to do all this.
You need to bind
Correct.
those programmer.
So try that one. If you're not able to do it, no problem. I will be able. I mean,
Yeah,
I
no,
will do
the
that.
thing is, I have to do another API call. Like, I have
Correct.
to do based on the send this
Correct.
value
Correct.
and get the all the, see, these are the things which I didn't have in my mind before
No
designing.
problem. No problem. It's a live project there. It's not a POC. Now you tasted the medicine of. Now you taste the live project, right? That's
See, if
how.
I do, yeah, you're right. If I
Correct.
do arts, I should only
All
get
correct.
film,
Correct.
visual
That's
arts,
correct.
music,
That's
things
correct.
like that.
That's correct. That's absolutely correct. That's how it has to be. That's correct.
And then the person should not, if they have all departments, this cannot be biology.
All departments should not be there. No, person should not be able to
That's the
select all
thing.
department. That is a restriction.
Yeah.
Because if
So
you say
many
all
things
department, yeah.
there are, it's so many ifs and buts are there, Ajay.
Okay, we have discussed. I mean, we discussed already. I don't think anything else should be there in that. And if it is there also, I'll take care of it because I need to finish this one before July, 15th of July,
Yeah.
15th, 16th of July. So even I am having a pressure now. So that's why I'm saying, whatever you can do the best, right, in time, do it. Let me handle the rest of the part. Don't I mean invest much of the time. You go ahead, invest time. I'm not denying it, but it has to be within the due course. So now just semester wala problem I see is that summer issue I see, the only issue I see, one that's important has to be there, and then these things what we discuss now, two items. One is on the department click, the program should load, correct, and all departments should not get selected. So all department as of now also all department is a first option in the select. So make it selected and say disabled.
Yeah.
Make it selected and say disabled. So nobody will be able to select all department. So that's how you can restrict it, right? So these 2-3 changes you do and send me a merge request. Meanwhile, what I'm doing is
but
I'm taking.
You can see my updated code. I'm always, every time I save it, I commit.
No.
So
why I'm saying is, let's say you complete it first and then one shot I'll take it. Otherwise, again, when I merge, you need to take it from the master, which you are facing issue, right?
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, in one shot only, you finish it, no problem. In one shot, you finish it.
I can do, yeah.
You finish it, you raise merge request. So meanwhile, I'll take Sakib's merge request, merge it with the master. Okay?
Yeah. But you are okay with all this, right?
Now, this is superb. This is beautiful.
And this is, nothing is faked here. Everything is as per the, I went to the website.
Great.
And then I took all the.
Great. Absolutely great. This is superb. Yeah. So, what else?
So if you can help me with this pipe, these two only, I don't know what
Pipes,
I did.
Okay, you do one thing. You fix the other thing. Yeah, pipe, you leave it on me. I'll check the pipe. No problem.
Yeah, but semesters is fine. See.
No, this is right. Yes.
Now it's gone because I wrote a lot of combinations for these.
Correct. I can understand the combination only basically killing it. Maybe one or two combination here or there is a problem in the pipe, not the entire pipe. One or more combination is not triggering properly. That's the only issue I see. Okay. So Padma, I need to close now, right?
Yeah, sure.
You so finish. Yeah, you finish this part. Naran, you already have tasks, right? Timeline.
Yeah.
Two major tasks of timeline basically. One is teacher subject form and its master table, and one is timetable form. Correct? That you need to do there. Then Sakib code, anyways, I'm merging, and then you need to take latest from the master. But no, you don't take latest from the master unless I,
Sorry, Ajay. Can you repeat like what I have to do? I think I just
No, nothing. You don't need to do anything. I am taking your code and merging it to master. I will definitely find some findings over there which you need to change. I'll reply back with the changes so that you can do the change again, and we can merge it again.
Okay, no problem. And Ajay, I would need your assistance in one of the one of the days in weekdays, somewhere around like Tuesday or Wednesday.
After tomorrow, we will be meeting only in the weekdays only. As I said, tomorrow would be the last what do you say, topic, I mean class, because the observable part is pending. I need to tell you about uh, the Angular material also. So after tomorrow's session, we'll be meeting in the weekdays only, to finish the project, right?
And one more
Okay.
thing, Ajay, before you close, I'm not doing the labels because that's where I'm wasting a
No
lot
problem.
of time. Yeah,
No
I'll leave
problem.
it.
No problem. That I also always do it at the last time. Once everything functionally working, then you can place these things, in the bootstrap, classes.
Yeah,
That's a easy picking. We can do it in the end.
yeah. Okay. Thank you so much, Ajay.
Sure, sure. Yeah, Sakib, you were saying something?
Yeah, my company, they've got a they're trying to build a standalone application,
Mm-hmm.
which is like which will be totally based on API. So
Okay.
there is this REST service API from somewhere in the from the database somewhere in the European Union,
Mm-hmm.
and all the basically it's basically sort of a scanning application
Okay.
where they need to scan a QR code, get the data, and
Mm-hmm.
perform. And there are like 12 or 15 tasks
Mm-hmm.
where they need to just select it from the drop down and basically do follow those tasks
Okay.
according to what steps they are taking.
Okay.
So
So you
yeah,
need my help in understanding that, right?
yeah,
No,
yes,
no, no problem. So
because they've told me to make that application and
no issues. Well,
work on it,
we'll
and
finish this one. Yeah, we'll finish this one, and then I'll be helping you in that. No problem. That I
no problem.
already
And
told you.
yeah, and
Well,
also they want sort of what to say, a subscription based model in that.
I understood. You need
Yeah,
API for that as well. Basically, subscription will work over the API HTTP call. So just like software licensing or antivirus licensing,
yeah,
similarly like that. Sure, I
something like that.
understood. So we'll
Okay,
quickly finish this one, and then we'll take that one. Okay.
no problem.
Okay, guys. Bye from my side. We'll meet tomorrow then. Okay.
Okay,
Bye.
cheers,
Bye.
bye.
Bye.